So, what I'm showing off and needing help with is my enemy state machine. Pretty much all the AI. I've got basics, like enough for them to, look at me and do some damage. And that's about it. And I think this guy does it too. Maybe not. But I thought I'd show off what kind of game I'm making. So, as you can see, it's a first-person shooter. It's based on the Quake movement, so Quake 3 movement. So I've got auto jump, just hold space. I can do some strafe jumping and get a lot of speed. I can zoom and shoot and everything like that. It's the kind of game where you interact with pickups. So pickup machine gun, as you can see, I'm running out of ammo on the bottom left. And if I press E, I'll max out that ammo. I can get all the guns and just scroll through them. It scrolls through what I've got equipped, not every single weapon. So if I've only got the lightning gun, the machine gun, and the rocket launcher, it'll scroll through just those. They're also set to binds. As I said, it's a very movement-based game, so there are abilities. Every couple levels there would be like an ability unlock, but this one here just unlocks all abilities. So you'll notice the bottom left. I've now got the top one is Frenzy, which when I activate, all my weapons will do a modifier that launches enemies up into the air. And it also instantly refills my 3 other abilities. So the abilities that I have are Dash, so it's very Doom Eternal. Yeah, very Doom Eternal. I've got Super Jump or Power Jump, so it won't activate unless you've already done your double jump. And when you've done your double jump, you can activate the Power Jump. So it's just an extra jump. And then the last one is Power Melee. So I'll activate Frenzy just to fill it up. So you've got your normal melee, and then Power Melee will do this. It sends them into the air, but I kill them with it. So yeah. There's also an ability to crouch slide. It's not like Apex Legends or Call of Duty crouch slide or anything like that. It's the Quake Champions / crouch slide. So what it is you jump, hold crouch, and your friction is changed, and instead of crouch speed, you're running at ground speed, but because your friction has changed, you can gain a lot of speed. As you notice, this number below my crosshair is my units per second movement. So I'm running at 100 units per second. And you can see when I jump, I can easily reach like 300. When I crouch slide, I'm easily reaching 700 UPS. And I can jump out of it and keep that movement, and then dash, and then super jump. There's an item here, which is just refill all my ammo. So let's just spend some ammo. And then it'll just refill everything. And as you notice, my health is at 986 out of 1000. You can actually go over the maximum of 1000, but for every health point that you have over that, it'll take 1 health point away per, I think, half second or per second. So yeah, as you can see, I'm at 1235. And it goes down per second. So what the idea is for gameplay loop is fairly linear levels. Think Destiny strike missions. I might edit it in. There's one strike mission that I think is really just a great example. I think it's called, I forget what it's called, Half Ladoon or something, where what you do is say I start over in this spawn point, And this is the first arena, and I've got a whole bunch of enemies. And what I have to do is stand on this platform for 10 seconds, which unlocks a rune. Then I stand on this platform, it unlocks the second rune. And then I stand on this platform, which unlocks the... just jump up. Which unlocks the third rune. And say the runes are locks on a door. Pretend there's a door here. And that would open the door, and you go through, and I keep walking forward, and I end up in the next arena, you know? And then there's another thing. Say it's like kill 10 enemies, and once you've killed 10 enemies, an ogre will spawn, and then you kill the ogre, and that opens the next door, you know? And then eventually it leads up to a boss fight. And the idea I have for the boss fight is it's a 1v1 situation. So it's you against the boss. The boss, say you've got a maximum of 1,000 hit points. The boss has a maximum of 5,000 hit points. Around the map are one of these. So say it's just this room, right? And the boss is over there shooting and dodging and doing whatever he needs to do. And every 30 seconds after it's been picked up. So once I pick this up, 30 seconds from now, it'll respawn. What the boss does is he calculates that and goes, in 35 seconds, I know that the health will be there. So what I'm going to do is, in 35 seconds, I'm going to run to this mega health, this health pickup. And the player can hold tab and notice there's a timer at the top. So I pick it up, say I pick it up at 6:40. 30 seconds from then will be 7:10, right? So I know it's going to respawn at 7:10 and the boss is dealing damage to me. So I have to go, oh shit, I need to pick this up before he picks it up. And it'll be in an arena, not just an open map, you know? And then because he's got so much health, I'm going to be running out of ammo. So I also need to pick up the ammo pickup, which also respawns 30 seconds after it's been picked up. But say that's on the other side of the arena. So it's a real cat and mouse game of getting to one part of the arena to fight the enemy, and then getting to the other part of the arena to fight the enemy. And once you complete the boss fight, that's the level done. And this timer at the top will pause, and it'll give you, you know, what time you got, how many enemies you killed, and what your end, I don't know, if there's a score system, an end score at the end of the level. So that's pretty much my idea. It's a really big project for, you know, an indie little thing, but I have done so much work into just mechanics, you know. There's the character script, which the enemy extends from, and then each enemy type extends from that, and the player extends from the character script. And the reasoning for that is this. So I'm gonna go pick up this. And yes, it is a little bit glitchy with like walking into things, because, you know, I don't have perfect hitboxes or anything. But let's say I pick up the railgun, or that might be too strong actually. I'll pick up the rocket launcher. So, and I'll activate Frenzy. And activating Frenzy should mean the explosion impulse should be fairly large. So this enemy is gonna bounce up into the air if I don't kill him right away. Like that. And the whole idea is that you knock enemies into the air to get them into a ragdoll stunned state. And that way you can, you know, knock an enemy into the air, knock him again, and then pick up the railgun and do an awesome shot. Another thing, railgun and shooting sends you flying back a little bit. So if you like crouch slide, jump, double jump, super jump, aim down and shoot, got a lot of height. So yeah, the game is all about movement and jumping and knocking things into the air. So yeah, to reiterate, what I really want first is enemies, at least one enemy done correctly. There's going to be 2 enemy types, and there'll be more than 2 enemies, but the 2 enemy types is one does melee attacks, the other one can do a melee attack but also shoot from a distance. And when he shoots, he'll stand still, shoot a projectile, and then he'll start chasing you again. So yeah, if anyone wants to join the project and help out, please let me know. I was thinking this is just like a free project, maybe open source, but if the project ends up gaining traction and isn't, you know, crap, and we end up making a lot of art for it or whatever, then that's something that I feel would be worthy of selling, so long as there's no bugs, you know? And then it's revenue share. That's all I can offer. Even split against per member, unless someone does a significant more amount than everyone else, then, you know, it would be if the project ends up being something that we can sell, then on the day that we decide to sell it, then that's when we decide to make contracts for who earns what. But otherwise, it's just a free project. It's a fun game. I was thinking open sourced so that, you know, people can make their own maps and everyone can speed run it and things like that. It's somewhere between a boomer shooter and a modern shooter, you know? So yeah, anyway, sorry for ranting for so long. Yeah, thank you. See ya.